Hola, buenos noches, and good evening. This is your weekly news report, and I'm your host, Pedro. The average price of a gallon of gasoline hit $4 Tuesday for the first time since mid-2022, as the cost of oil surges due to the Iran war. It's not just retail gasoline. The diesel fuel used to power trucks delivering goods to stores, farm equipment, and public transit has risen to $5.45 per gallon, more than $1.80 higher than it was a year ago. Driving that is the soaring cost of crude oil worldwide. On Monday, U.S. crude oil settled above $100 per barrel for the first time since Russia's full-scale invasion of Ukraine in 2022. In response to strikes by the U.S. and Israel, Iran has effectively blocked shipping through the Strait of Hormuz, a critical channel off its southern coast. As a result, many tankers are stranded in the Persian Gulf, unable to deliver their products to markets. As American consumers adjust to higher gas prices, oil-dependent nations in Europe and Asia are already facing much more severe energy shocks. Inflation, oil and gas rationing, and sharp pullbacks in economic growth estimates are impacting billions of people worldwide. Now here's Rafa with our next top story.
NASA's long-awaited Artemis II Saturn mission has launched 4 astronauts on a 10-day journey around the Moon. The rocket lifted off at 6:35 p.m. Eastern Time from Kennedy Space Center in Cape Canaveral, Florida. The crew, NASA astronauts Reed Wiseman, Christina Koch, and Victor Glover, and Canadian astronaut Jeremy Hansen, are the first people to launch toward the Moon since the Apollo 17 mission in 1972, more than 50 years ago. They are also first astronauts that NASA's giant Space Launch System rocket has ever launched into space. The mission does not include a lunar landing. Rather, it is designed as a step toward a landing in 2028, and eventually toward NASA's goal of establishing a long-term presence on the Moon and building a base there. When they circle the Moon, the Artemis II crew members could reach a greater distance from Earth than anyone has before.
Attorney General Pam Bondi is leaving her position, the president announced Thursday, amid reports that he was frustrated with her handling of some of his key priorities. A senior administration official and a source familiar with the matter told Weekly News Report that Bondi was fired. The president had grown more and more frustrated with Bondi in recent days. A person familiar with White House deliberations said, adding that while he likes her as a person, he doesn't think she has executed on his vision in the way that he wants. But changing the Justice Department's leadership doesn't guarantee the president the outcome he seeks, as courts have so far largely blocked the administration's efforts to go after his enemies, and Congress successfully sought and won the release of the DOJ's files related to Jeffrey Epstein. Bondi is the second cabinet member to be axed by the president. Kristi Noem was fired last month as Homeland Security Secretary in a dissent that mirrored Bondi's. Now we send it back to Pedro.
Less than 48 hours after the president told Americans the U.S. military had beaten and completely decimated Iran, Tehran shot down an F-15E fighter jet, setting off a high-risk scramble by U.S. forces to rescue 2 service members from deep inside Iranian territory. Iran also struck 2 Black Hawk helicopters and an attack jet that were assisting in the search and rescue effort. The harrowing incidents have put in stark relief a growing challenge facing the president as the war enters its 2nd month. Despite a daily bombing campaign and his triumphant wartime narrative, Iran retains enough military capabilities to inflict considerable damage to U.S. service members and America's allies and assets in the Middle East. They have no anti-aircraft equipment, the president said of Iran in his address this week. Their radar is 100% annihilated. We are unstoppable as a military force. Roughly half of Iran's ballistic missile launchers are still intact, and thousands of one-way attack drones remain in its arsenal, according to a U.S. official and a person briefed on the matter. Multiple missile stockpiles buried underground in Iran also remain undamaged, the sources said, and, they said, Iran still can launch missiles at ships transiting waterways across the region. The president is finding the U.S. is increasingly isolated, as allies stand by and refuse to engage in a war they were not consulted about joining before it was underway. Now here's Ariana with a look at this week's weather forecast.
Hello everyone, I'm your chief meteorologist Ariana, with a look at your weather for the week ahead. A surface low over eastern Canada will continue to lift northeastward on Sunday, while a cold front will bring thunderstorms and showers across the coastline of the Northeast, Mid-Atlantic, and Southeast states. High pressure will build behind the front, bringing cooler and drier conditions across the eastern. Another low-pressure system will move across the upper Midwest and Great Lakes regions Sunday into Monday. This will bring chances for a wintry mix across the Great Lakes and northern Central Plains. A weak shortwave will bring some moisture over portions of the southwestern deserts region Monday into Tuesday, with chances of light snow accumulations over higher elevations. An unsettling cooling eastern Pacific. Closed upper trough and surface system will work slowly inland to the west, southwest with growing light to moderate. Shower chances mid to late week and into next weekend. Another main system well upstream offers uncertainty and will bring modest rain, mountain snow into the northwest region. Now, here's a look at your 7-day forecast for the Phoenix, Arizona area. Slight chances of a light shower is possible Sunday into Monday before clearing midweek. Temperatures will range from mid-80s to low 90s for the entire week with cloudy conditions Thursday and Friday. Low temperatures will remain very pleasant and will range from mid to upper 60s. That's a look at your forecast for the week ahead. Now we send it back to Pedro.
That will do it for this week's weekly news report. As always, thank you for watching and have a great week. Como siempre, gracias por ver el video y que tengáis una buena semana.